OG, but I think it's going to go the other way with that pick.
Yeah, even just Drunken Haste is going to screw both Viper and Sven at this point. Is there any specific timing we should look out for Ninja Super?
It doesn't really matter if you have the farm as long as you got the levels.
NIP, they want to go for round one here. Charging straight forward into Miracle, and look at the damage here. With the chilling touch, flies there in the middle of it all, and NIP, they might even be able to find more, getting the slows out to the Undying. Moves there in the middle, gets the three-man crush here. Maybe OG can find something in return with the decay, they will. They'll find the kill onto Viper here, so 1 for 1 at the moment. Now the charge back across as well, trying to find more with the Stormhammers there. They'll find crit on the Dazzle, 2 for 1. There's a 2 for 2. Fly still turning around. Moon, he's got another crush, gets onto 2. The decay as well. From Fly, starting to stack up, looking to chase down Hanskin. Hanskin trying to get himself out of the river. The razors are there. They'll find themselves the third one, 3 for 2. And the question is, can OG find anything more? They're trying to chase down Arrow here. Look at all the decays. There's the crush again, that range. The decay from Fly.
What's happening?
They'll find themselves a 4th one, and well, 30 seconds. And with the Slardar combination they've got in the top lane.
Yeah, this is pretty scary to fight into, and they are committing. Okay, that's a lot of damage.
He's just going straight in with the crush, gets it onto 2. Flies moving in as well. They're looking for Seal Kid, and if they chase it down, they should be able to just find this here. One more does it, and it will. Seal Kid's going to go down. Moon just playing on the edge of his life, going in and out with these crushes. That's not the only thing that NIP have got to be scared of. The fact that we're seeing N0tail on the brew. We know how good the man is on this hero. We saw him yesterday have a pretty much flawless performance. I don't think he died at all, at least not until the latter portions. And well, top lane, it's still kicking off again. There'll be a charge up coming in with the chilling switch. Maybe they can find something. Stormhammer's there in the bashes as well. They'll get the kill onto the Slardar. Tombstone's been dropped down, but NIP will be able to remove it. Some ballsy play there from NIP. They're not going to find anything with it. Top lane again. There's your crush. Moon's going to look for the body block. Just drop the Tombstone. But Arrow's got the war cry here. We'll start to head away. There's going to be another crush here in a second. And can't get it out in time. Stormhammer comes out. There's actually going to be a pause. At the same time, Jonas and fans. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's see if Hanskin can get himself out of this one. Their tower's on him. He's in a lot of trouble. And they do. They get it off onto him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, poison touch. Level 1. Does enough there to get themselves the kill.
Oh, he is almost level 3 off that. So the next time they charge that lane, he should have Grave available, which means no more free kills there for Hanskin.
There's going to be a charge onto Miracle. Let's see if they're going to go fully commit for this one. Limp's moving in. He does have a Viper Strike. We'll lay it down to Miracle. The TPs are coming through, but Miracle, he's going to go down and there's no way of saving him. They'll lose the Shadow Fiend. N0tail's turned up here with the Primal Split. He's looking for Limp in the tree line. He's going to find him here. Has he got the control to take him down? He'll set this up. He's got backup coming in as well from Crit on the Dazzle. And they'll look to get the stun through, moving into position. The heal bomb as well. They'll get the clap out and they'll get the slap out. N0tail will be able to find the return kills. Limp top lane. There's a Stormhammer and a charge onto Moon.
Has no mana. You can go back in and potentially have enough one
kill. Look at this. I mean, Moon, he's trying to get a crush on top, but he won't be able to. And the controls there with the charge, the follow-up Stormhammer, they'll find themselves the kill onto Moon. So just punish.
Pretty good on most of the heroes. You can kill Dazzle, who might also be dead anyway.
They've got the charge through. There'll be a nice blast coming in as well. Crit looking for the smart movement. Down with the bashes are there. Okay. And now with the poison, Crit, he will heal up, but it's not going to be enough to save him. And again, a nice bit of play from NIP, getting themselves another kill towards the mid. Keeping it even on the scoreboard, 7 for 7. And now they're going to charge back in the mid lane for more. Looking for Miracle. They realise there's no Dazzle. The wall's being dropped as well. N0tail turns it with a Primal Split, but we've already lost the Shadow Fiend. We'll see if N0tail can turn this at the moment. Hanskin and Yoshi fans still around in the neighbourhood. Tombstone's been dropped. Hanskin getting incredibly low, trying to walk it off here with Limp and the boys, but the stun's there. They'll lose the Spirit Breaker. They do surge up Viper, but he gets tossed in the air by N0tail. Error moving in with the God Strength, looking to try and turn. There's your Stormhammer onto N0tail. Can they bring it down? Yes, they can. Double kill for Jonas and Fan, and they might even be able to find the Undying as well. Now, it looks like they're not going to dive any deeper. They're going to play it safe as the Tombstone is.
They're going to smoke up here.
Yeah, this is the smoke we're talking about. See what they can find. The 3 heroes here, but N0tail jumps into the clap. Primal Split as well, looking for Limp. Hanskin says, I'm getting the hell out of there. So they'll get the Spirit Breaker out. They'll try and bail on it, but they do lose Limp here. So OG finding a kill here onto the Viper. Bottom. They realise Fly's on his own. They're going to lead him with the charge here, and Fly, he's in a lot of trouble here. They should have the control to bring him down before he can get anything out, and they will. Stormhammer's the backside. They'll find themselves one. Now with the Viper Struggle Miracle, they're looking for more. Look at the damage. N0tail goes into the wall, but he just gets melted by the side of NIP. Double kill for Jonas and Fan. And that's that. Look at this. Let's see how many bashes he gets out into Crit. He might need a few. There's the initial one with the charge. No. No, okay, no. Luck's not on his side today. Now Hanskin could be in trouble. Fly trying to turn around Crit as well. There's the weave ticking down the armor on Hanskin, and Hanskin is going to get blown up by a heal bomb. Deleted from the game of Dota 2. Ice Blast flies through, but Fly hold the tower. There's a lot of OG here. Moon still got a bit of time on the DD. Notail goes through with the clap onto 2. There'll be the Stormhammer onto Fly. Era's trying to back up with the War Cry, and Primal Splits come out. They're looking to try and focus down Limb, but here's the charge from Hazken. Choo-choo straight across the fight. Ice Blast flies in. He's going to hit beautifully onto Moon and crit. And now Era pops the Ghost Strength trying to fight, but he's chucked up into the air by the Primal Split. Notail disabling the Sven from this fight for the time being, but they've already lost Miracle. Era trying to move on to Fly, gets the Stormhammer stun. With the help of Limb, they should be able to find a kill to Fly. No Fly. It's almost just another crush from Moon. Finds 2. There's a double kill for crit. They're looking to try and find Sven as well, and they should be able to get Era. Moon just kiting it up here very well. Era still got a lot of damage there with the Ghost Strike, but it doesn't matter. There's the crush. Triple kill for crit. And now Notail chasing down Seal Kid, the last remaining survivor off the side of Nip, and he's wiped off the face of the earth. This time, OG reasserting their dominance. Weave is going to start to buff them up. Era could be in trouble. The pings are coming out. Moon leads the way. Gets the blink crush out. Notail's there with a follow-up clap. Era getting blown up by the hill bomb. Primal Split coming out as well. OG are going to look for more. Can they get the control here onto Hansken? They'll be able to chuck him up in the air. And it looks like the fight will continue. Tombstone's dropped onto the high ground. They'll bring Hansken down. He gets the charge across. He'll actually be able to get himself out of this one. Gets himself away from the side. Moon just jumping straight into the base. Screw the tier 2. Screw the tier 3. I want to kill Seal Kid. And he'll get it. The Ice Blasters come out in time. And now with the Vibe Strike on Moon, he's in a bit of trouble. Has got a shallow grave here being thrown out by Crit or by Moon sometime. Turns around, gets an Amplify and the Crush as well out onto Limb, but he will still go down there on the Slardar. So NIP do find something in return, but a charge coming across from the top lane. Weave gets laid down very nicely by Crit, so it's going to start to build them up in terms of tankiness. Look at the Ice Blast, look at the Ice Blast, incoming. Can't get 3 on the tip. Miracle gets out the Requiem, but Fly incredibly low. Will be shallow grave though. Yonis trying to back out. Will be able to surge away. Era turning up to fight the God Strike. Look at the damage he's doing. He's chasing down Crit though. He's being kited about. They found 2, but Moon with the crush onto 2. The charge is there. Moon is going to stay alive, gets himself away. Now turns around, tries to kite Moon. The surge is there as well from Yonis and Fan. They'll find the kill onto the Slardar. Notail turns up, gets the clap slap onto the Darkseer, but they've already lost 3 on the side of OG and they may lose Notail as well. There's a charge from Hansken, closing the gap. They'll find Notail here. It's a full team wipe against the side of OG, and this time it's NIP just losing. I mean, now, okay, the pings come out, the smokes ran out.
Oh,
they know what's happening.
no.
Jumps in, crush onto 2, the weakest. They down as well. Miracle with the rescue to the sideline, reducing the damage. Oh, what's up in the wall as well? Then he's getting himself out of it. Oh, Ice Blast hits onto Fly and Miracle. The Primal Split is out though, and OG continues to fight. Miracle getting the punches onto Hansken with the amplifiers. Well, Hansken should have out Moon again with the crush onto 2. There'll be a Stormhammer onto Miracle. No, but there we go. Shallow Grave comes out from the Dazzle. 2 down at the moment on NIP. Maybe make David more. It's a double kill from Miracle. He takes the 3rd one out. Only Yonis and Fan and Era are left. Era's trying to run around with the surge, trying to chase down Fly, but Moon's still there. Has the mana to go back in with potential level crush. He'll move forward, jumps forward, gets the crush on Terra, takes down the Sven. Triple kill for Miracle. Only Yonis and Fan left to run away. He's not going to make it. The clap and the slap given to him by Notail. And after the end of a very...
Notail managed to stop his Blink Dagger. If he was able to blink in and land a Stormhammer on that 3-man vacuum, they would have immediately won that fight. Like, no questions asked, but Notail was on his... I think it's one of those choices that you make when you feel confident.
Limp.
Yeah, Mega dead.
Very dead.
But the Midas choice on Moon, I think, is actually fine, because sometimes you buy a Midas when you are confident in your team's ability to control the map. Guardian Gree is up 2 now. This could actually be a decent turn if they can just get a good back initiation.
They've got the Aegis on Miracle, you've got to remember, for OG, and he has now got that BKB complete on top of the SNY.
I think they might actually just want to smoke out of base and try to catch him from the flank. Or just charge right in. Alright.
Let's see what Hansken could do with this. Nether Strike as well to be a nice blast for wall onto 2. And there's just Stormhammer as well to follow up. Eric gets the God Strength. Tries to start to work a Miracle, but there's the Shallow Grave coming out for the silence from Crit. It's going to force NIP back. They will pop the Aegis here. We're ready to go for the second round, but BKB is still available here. And Moon jumps in with the crush onto Limb. Hansken with the charge across again. Miracle pops the BKB and Notail now entering the fight with the Primal Split. He's going to look to try and control Limb first, and they'll take down the Viper. We'll see if they can move in for any more here. They will. They'll turn around, get the raise onto the Hansken Spirit Breaker. So it's a 2-for-1 at the moment. Now OG moving forward, looking for more. They've got the control there, holding Era in place here. There'll be the buyback from Limp. Limp wants to return to this fight, try and turn it, see if they can get anything back off the side of OG. And Yonis and Fan linking forward, trying to chase down Miracle. Miracle waltzes straight through the wall again, but he's going to be fine with his Invis Rune. They don't have any detection out this far. You can find this though with Era. Chasing down Crit here in the river. Era will be able to close the gap. Mood comes out, he just uses the Stormhammer. Crit actually gets out the Shallow Grave in time. Ice Blast flying through as well. A lot of hate coming down onto the Dazzle, and it will pay off. They'll find the kill onto Crit. So NIP do defend the base and do Crit.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I'm just really okay.
Kick off, yeah, the crush onto Hanskin. Look at the damage there with the Amplify. Nice vacuum launch support. They've got a nice pass as well. The Stormhammer only on to crit. Just come out from the mech. Now they're trying to look at the damage here onto Jonas Fan melts and gets blown up there by the heal bomb. Now with the crush on Terra, they've suddenly lost 3 on the side of NIP. And that was a bit of a panic fight there from the side of the Dire, just feeling that they needed to force themselves into a position that OG were very well prepared to take them from.
It was very close to being an even fight, though. If you imagine the Sven had been a little bit closer.
Notification coming out now. It's getting the Manta style here picked up by Limp on this Viper. And there's the tower down. Limp starting to move forward here. They've got everything bar the wall, and they don't have God Strength back online. They'll charge for onto Fly though. They want to try and take this. Hanskin is going to commit. Looks like he will, going straight across the fight here onto Fly. There's your Ice Blast flying through. They'll turn around the crab. Outside passes across Fly here. Fly getting away with the Shadow Ghost there, and Miracle turns it around with the Requiem. Takes down Hanskin. NIP just getting forced back in. Me just dropping amplifiers around onto the side of NIP. Jonas Fan has to run back to base. Error just getting blown up by the hit by GG. Well played is cool. OG at the end of the day there, just finding the big fights and the big victories there in the skirmishes. And I mean, hats off to NIP for playing very well in the early to mid game, but it was just those late game decisions and late game choices of when to fight that OG came out on top of.
A couple of things about this game really kind of stood out to me. When the start of the game happened, I was talking about how good Sven can be against Brew once you have like the BKB available. I think delaying the BKB and getting a blink first was a little bit of a sign of desperation from Nip when Era decided to buy that, because he bought it right before he got picked, right? So he's like, I should just buy blink. You know, I want to try to jump in. I want to try to get a really